Did St. Patrick really drive the snakes out of Ireland? Stick around to the end to find out and hit subscribe as we discover the history of St. Patrick. Our first stop today is to check out the St. Patrick Centre and Down Cathedral, which is a great source of information on St. Patrick and ancient Ireland. Down Cathedral was established over 800 years ago by Benedictine monks. Parts of the building even date back to 1183. After years of neglect, it was restored to its former glory.
So it says here, in the 18th century the building was restored in its present style, the building being Down Cathedral. At the beginning of the 20th century, a granite stone bearing the name Patrick was placed here as a symbolic marker of the saint's final resting place. So this is a grave itself then.
The graveyard was empty and peaceful, watched over only by a single black cat.
Down Cathedral acts as St. Patrick's final resting place and is visited throughout the year by everyone to pay their respects.
What a lot of people don't know about St. Patrick is that the origin to his story wasn't a very happy one, and in fact, he wasn't even Irish at all. St. Patrick was born in England at the end of the 4th century. He was captured by pirates and brought to Ireland at age 16. While working as a slave, he had a vision to convert the Irish. He never abandoned his goal and brought Christianity to Ireland. So going back to our story earlier, St. Patrick actually began his Irish crusade here at Struell Church, and it's one of the earliest Christian places in Ireland.
So Struell actually means barn in Irish, and although the original site has been rebuilt over the years, a lot of the original ruins still stand today.
So the church behind me is special because it was given to St. Patrick by a local chieftain, and it's also where he died, surrounded by his followers.
So getting to see places like this is actually really special because we're actually standing in a piece of real Irish history.
If you think about it, this is the literal place where it all began. It has had such a cultural impact on the country today. We're at Inch Abbey now, and this is probably one of the most iconic locations from the story of St. Patrick.
Although the abbey was built long after St. Patrick died, people say Inch is actually the town where St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland.
There aren't any snakes actually common to Ireland, but there are throughout other countries in the world. But while people take this literally, the story is actually symbolism.
So St. Patrick actually converted people here. So when they say he drove the snakes into the sea, he actually baptised people in the local river.
The river is called the River Coyle. It's one of the largest rivers in Down Patrick and runs into the Strangford Lough. The abbey was constructed in the shape of a cross, and it was built in the 12th century. So we can see some of the original structure here. So we had the kitchen, we also had the bakehouse, a well, an infirmary, and also a guest house. So yeah, you can actually see the well here.
So while Tony gets the cinematic shots for you guys, I'm going to just try the more vloggy style and show you as more first person. It is actually very impressive to see this. You can see the ruins and stuff. And then you see the original foundations. I'm guessing these would have been like pillars or something for structure.
So this structure here behind me, I think used to be the infirmary. And then if we walk over here, I think this one in the distance was the guest house. Unfortunately, in 1002, the abbey was ravaged by Vikings and only the ruins remain. Have you ever wondered why the shamrock is so closely related to Ireland and St. Patrick? Well, it's said that he used the plant to explain the Holy Trinity to the people of Ireland, using its 3 leaves to explain the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit.
So this location actually predates St Patrick's. We've come to the Struell Wells.
Struell Wells was built beside a flowing stream, and it's said that the waters in the wells are anointed.
A lot of people actually come here because of the water's magical healing abilities.
This is one of the sources for holy water in the country.
These wells were originally built as a bathhouse, which would have had separate areas for males and females.
That changed when St Patrick arrived. He would spend nights here bathing in the waters and singing hymns.
None of the surviving buildings actually predate the 1600s, but it's said that they were here a lot longer.
This was a famed pilgrimage site in the area, and a lot of people came from all over to socially bathe in the waters. This is the last stop on our trip, and one of the best odes to St Patrick that there is.
So to travel up to see the monument is actually a wee bit of a hill. If you're coming here and it's a bit wet, or even it just has been a bit wet, I would advise wearing proper hiking shoes, or just shoes that have good grip on them, because it is a wee bit steep and it's all grass and mud.
So if you actually look behind us, we can see the statue at the top of the hill, and there's also a scene of the crucifixion here as well. There's little tombs dotted about as well.
So this is the Mary in the stones, and then I suppose for people coming, a wee altar for them to kneel and pray as well. So this is actually an altar, and it's very, I can only speak for personal, but it's very like the Catholic Church. So you would have had a cross, maybe the communion in the edge, and then what you would always have is a stand where you would originally have the Bible, or if you had one of the Eucharistic ministers doing a reading, and they would stand here and give it to the congregation. So we're here at St Patrick's Monument, and as you can see, there's a huge statue behind me dedicated to him. So I think the whole reason why it's up on this bit of a hill is because as you can look around, you can see the whole of Down Patrick and really Ireland. So because St Patrick was a shepherd, the idea is he's looking out over his flock.
So this statue behind me was made to celebrate St Patrick, and it's Ireland's version of the Rio de Janeiro Christ statue.
Seeing the statue up close, it is really impressive.
This statue was made to represent Ireland as a whole, and despite the troubled history in Northern Ireland, it represents both the Catholic and Protestant communities.
So his face was actually carved based off the Protestant Bishop of Dublin, and his robes actually represent the Archbishop of Armagh.
Seeing all of this makes you really proud to be Irish.